Playing in his record 18th Christmas game today, LeBron James is the all-time Christmas leader in points while ranking second in assists, three-pointers made, and steals. His 10 wins on the holiday are also tied with his good friend Dwayne Wade for the most on Christmas. But today, LeBron and the Lakers, they face their shared, enduring rival, the Boston Celtics. Woj has more.
The epic and enduring rivalry of LeBron James's career is not with a particular player. It is with basketball's epic and enduring franchise, the Boston Celtics.
Fan every single year, no matter where I go, I find a way to play Boston, so I wouldn't have no other way.
20 seasons plus now. Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce giving way to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And somehow, for his 100th career game against the Celtics today, LeBron James is still the biggest star in the gym.
Posey will defend. Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life. Chalmers, Cole, James! Whoa! The grind right here.
Like those Los Angeles Lakers before him, Weston Baylor, Magic and Kareem, Kobe and Pau, James has absorbed his share of playoff pain from the Celtics.
This is going to be as bitter an end to a season as you can possibly have.
When Boston's big three kept beating him, James left Cleveland for Miami to construct his own championship ensemble and has never again lost to the Celtics in the postseason. Faced with playoff elimination in his career, James has delivered 4 45-point performances, 3 of them against Boston.
LeBron James put the heat on his shoulders and carried them to this dominant victory.
This is the best game I've ever seen LeBron James play.
To stake himself in Lakers lore, LeBron James delivered a 17th championship banner in 2020, catching the Celtics in the way that Dr. Jerry Buss always dreamed.
I told Jeannie when I came here that I was going to put this franchise back in a position where it belongs. We just want our respect. The Laker Nation want their respect. And I want my damn respect, too.
In what would be a prelude to the ultimate June finals, it is the NBA's 2 fiercest rivalries aligning on Christmas Day. LA-Boston, and for the 100th time, for the ages, LeBron James against the Boston Celtics.
Great work on that, Woj. Perk, you've been on both sides of this. You've been LeBron's teammate, and you've been a part of a championship Boston Celtics. What gives us extra juice for LeBron?
Well, you know, I don't want to use this word on Christmas Day, but damn it, I have to. Hate. The Celtics hate LeBron, the city hate LeBron, and the feelings are mutual. LeBron hate the city of Boston, the organization so much that I never seen him go outside for dinner when he's in the city of Boston. And I've been part of his team, and he goes to dinner a lot with team meetings and things to that nature. He don't even go foot. He hates it. Hates everything about the organization. It's real beef there.
That's nice. I appreciate that on Christmas Day. I expect a furious battle because of it. I don't think Jason Tatum cares. I don't think Jaylen Brown cares. I think they got the game to back it up. I think they got the squad to back it up with Drew Holiday and Derek White defending on the perimeter as well. So let's get that out the way. It comes down, it's not about LeBron because we know how phenomenal and great he is. It's not even about Anthony Davis to some degree because I expect him to show up. Who the hell else is going to show up for the Los Angeles Lakers? You know, at some point in time, we got to bring this into consideration. I talk about places like L.A., Miami, and the distractions that exist, okay? These players, some of them, act like it is a distraction. They're distracted from playing basketball because too many nights they don't show up. I'm not talking about AD and LeBron James here. I'm talking about the rest of them. You know, y'all wear Laker uniforms, too. Could you give the soon-to-be 39-year-old man some help? Could you have some pride and say, damn, rather than making those goat noises in the locker room, you show up and take some of the pressure off of him? That would be nice. It would be nice.
So Stephen A's questioning who's going to show up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kristaps Porzingis was listed as questionable. Will we see him this afternoon?
Yeah, sprained ankle for Porzingis. I'm told he's going to go through his pregame shooting, but there's optimism around the Celtics that Porzingis will be available.
What is the temperature inside Phoenix right now?
Well, start with Kevin Durant. You talk to people in Phoenix and around that organization. You know, they can feel the frustration with Durant. Part of that certainly is the missed games for Brad Beal. This team was built around those 3 stars. The underwhelming supporting cast that comes from those massive trades for Durant and Bradley Beal that really gutted the organization and left them, having to sign a lot of minimum players to fill out the payroll, and then understanding that they lack the assets, the draft picks, the trade capital to go out and really improve this team. This is something they're going to have to manage in Phoenix with Kevin Durant. You've seen it before, and it reminds you, it is a stark reminder of how short of a window and how this team has to win big, and they have to win big quickly based on how it was constructed, and having Kevin Durant still playing at an all-NBA level and a healthy Kevin Durant. And there's a lot at stake for this organization. It's got to change soon.
Okay, Mayor of Scottsdale, you know this team inside and out. Given all of that, how confident are you that they're going to figure all of this out?
I'm not. First of all, they can't get on the court. And Woj is so right. Start with Bradley Beal. This team was constructed. You knew going into this that their three starters, their three stars, had to be stars. Pillar to post, all right? But this is a reminder. How many times are we going to keep going back to a model, because it worked twice, of this big three situation where you can just throw people together, and because of their names, they're going to be great? They haven't played together. And even when they have, first of all, they should be better with two of them. And they're not. It's a flatline team. You watch them, and you wonder, where's the emotion? Where is it? Well, personalities matter. Perk knows this. When you're building a team as opposed to just slapping one together, temperament matters. Personality matters. Chemistry matters. We talk about Draymond Green, right? And the instigation. And why is it worth it, despite all the suspensions and the drama, to have him? Because you still have that in the mix. The Suns have none of that. And when you watch them play, you're like, my goodness. Stephen A. and I were talking in the commercial break about pace of play. That's reflective of what they don't have. Where's the fire? They've been bottom 5 in pace of play. When you got those players, if they're on the court and they're not, where is the pace of play? What is that about? Where's the fire with this team? Watching them flatline through games and blow double-digit leads, no, I have no confidence.
You know what? The big three haven't played together, and they got KD and Devin Booker. They can save the excuses. A lot of people make more excuses for the Phoenix Suns than the brother going to jail. And I don't even want to hear it, okay? And when it comes down to it, is you talk about the pace, how about getting stops? Cupcakes is what I see them. They creamy in the middle. They lack physicality, Stephen A. They lack physicality, Will Bourne. They lack mental toughness. If you want to get out in transition, how about getting deflections and steals? How about forcing turnovers? So when I think about this locker room and I think about Eric Gordon comments, Malika, right, he talked about, oh, he's an offensive weapon, basically, right? He should get more touches, be more involved in the offense. He's on a vet minimum. That shows lack of leadership. And when this team formed, I said that Kevin Durant, just like when he went to Golden State and Draymond and Steph was a leader to him, he needs to be a vocal leader to these guys in this locker room because they don't have one. And when you lose games like to the Portland Trail Blazers, it goes to show you that you don't have a voice. That's an extension of Frank Vogel. And that's why I always say your best player is not your leader all the time. Your best player is not the one that's in the locker room that's giving the voice of holding people accountable. Mm-hmm. 2008 on the Celtics, KG wasn't the vocal leader. Paul wasn't the vocal leader. It wasn't Ray Allen. It was James Posey. Mm-hmm. You need a vocal leader.
Are you ready for this? The Phoenix Suns are a team. Are you ready for this? They're a team when it comes to there's a whole bunch of people that share the blame. Ain't just one person. There's a whole bunch of blame to go around. Let's start with ownership, doing your homework on the availability of Bradley Beal. This ain't the first time he's been injured. No. All right, so you got to take that into consideration. We know it's not on purpose. It's not his fault that he lands somebody's foot, twists his ankle, stuff like that. It's not his fault. Yeah. But the reality is that durability and availability have been things that he hasn't had, at his disposal. That's number one, okay? The recommendations for Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel could coach. He's a champion as a coach. I'm certainly not here to cast any aspersions on him. But there is something to be said about being able to touch on the pulse of your team, okay? That was a question mark for him with the Los Angeles Lakers. Wasn't a question mark with him when he was the coach of the Indiana Pacers years ago, but it was a question with him with the Los Angeles Lakers thereafter winning the championship. It's a question now as you watch these things, these matters unfold. Then we have to get to the superstar Kevin Durant, who's the league leader in three-point percentage shooting at over 47%, who's one of the top 3 scorers in the league averaging over 30.
Yeah.
But it appears to me nothing. Why? Because leadership ain't just with how you perform on a basketball court. It's your ability to galvanize the people around you to maximize their potential. He doesn't seem to be able to do that. Devin Booker is averaging 27 a game. So you've got a superstar averaging 30. You got another one averaging 27. And y'all still 3 and 8 over your last 11 games or something like that. This is a team that appears to be leaderless. This is a team that doesn't appear to have any kind of direction, any kind of motivation whatsoever. They certainly don't have health on their side. You already brought up their bench, Woj. There's nothing to look forward to in Phoenix because I'm looking at the rest of the Western Conference and some of these young thoroughbreds on the come up. The reigning defending champions in Denver. LeBron leading the Los Angeles Lakers. You can't count them out. And then I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns. Hot garbage. Hot garbage.
How patient is Kevin Durant willing to be with all of this?
Well, listen, you've seen certainly in Brooklyn, there were very different factors with the Nets and their inability to ever put that together. But the one thing you came back to in Brooklyn was the players that he came to play with and that he helped bring in, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, they never played together. I think they played 17 games together, the 3 of them. And I think that's going to be the question, I think, for the Suns is Bradley Beal getting healthy and then Durant and Booker staying healthy, because we haven't seen what these 3 look like together, but they're going to have to be markedly better.